Hey, how y'all doing? Starting a little early tonight. Hope you're all out there. Hope you're all having good time, staying warm. I don't know if you can hear me or not, but we're live. It's alive. It's alive. It's live. It's live. Hey, Jeff, how you doing, man? Good to see you, man. It is good to see you. Yeah, it's been a crazy week, man. This last, hey, Kevin, how you doing? Yeah, this last week, it's like Linda put a 7 on where I keep my wallet and keys and stuff. And she said, I was like, what's this? What's this? Because I get all panicky when people mess where I put my stuff. When people put things in there, I get kind of upset a little bit, but not too bad. And I didn't even catch that it was the 7th workday left. Hey, how are y'all doing, Kevin? Jeff's Custom. Cliff, Harvey, how are you, sir? Man, it's up late for you, sir. Again, Cliff Harvey RC Planes. If you guys are interested in any building at all and just neat flying, like towing gliders and things like that, Cliff Harvey, man, he does all that stuff. And watching his repair video on his glider, it is so cool how he's very skilled at repairing balsa. Makes it look so easy. He does a good job. Jeff's Custom. Man, I don't know about you up there in North Carolina, Jeff, but down here in Alabama, man, it's been cold. It's like 52 degrees today and windy, rainy. I'm so sick of this winter. Hey, Vic. Yep. Hey, Paul, how are you doing? Eric, Quinn. Yeah, because like our normal average high temperatures for this time of year is sitting in the mid 60s, and we're so under average, it's terrible. And then, of course, next week it's supposed to be nice, and then on the weekends it's going to be kind of crappy. But yeah, so I'm just like, man, I got that urge. I'm just like, because I couldn't fly Saturday, I couldn't fly Sunday, and I haven't flown at all. And it's just like I got that, it's just like, I need to fly. It just drives me crazy. I guess I'm gonna have to fire up the will flight. Oh yeah, that's right, Cliff. You guys are still in lockdown there. Hey, BD Tennessee, how are you doing today, sir? Victor. Ooh, L39 from Banana Hobbies. That's nice, Victor. That looks like a nice jet. Did you get the PMP? Oh, you got the ARF. Okay, I see that you gonna order an EDF unit. Man. But yeah, I've been down. And then like on my F-15 flights Friday, it's like, the landings weren't horrible, but they weren't, I don't know. I try to land like touchdown right in front of me, and one of them was kind of close, but the other was long. I should have took it around, because right when you see it go up in the video where it goes up, that's because the wind is stronger over in that part of the field, and the field slopes up and you get a little bit of updraft. Thank you, Jeff. Man, that is a little fast, but the crosswinds, you can't really see on the video how strong the crosswinds are. So I'm always a little leery of crosswinds, and that F-15 is pretty light. Even I'm flying with a 4,000 battery, and I think it balances perfectly, and I like the way it feels. Like when you lift it up, it doesn't feel heavy. It feels balanced. Yeah, it's got nice landing gear, because that when I ran it off into the field, that was stupid. I thought I could get up, and it was like either I had a choice of killing it or and turning left. That's what but what I should be doing is I've been driving. Hey JT, how are you doing, sir? I've been driving up and down the runway. Like every time when I get there, I'll do it like maybe I'll make like 6 passes back and forth, so a total of 12. Hey Dave, I started early tonight, man, and to pack the ground down. And if I take off in the tire tracks, it gets up pretty quick. But if I don't, it doesn't, because with that rain, we have little ridges that are going across the runway. So it's, yeah, Cliff, I've got a windsock. I've got my pole that I put up, but I can tell exactly how fast the wind's blowing with it because I've had my anemometer out there enough to tell what it's doing with the, yeah. But, so it's good. I mean, like next time I go, I'm going to make sure I take off in the tire tracks, and you should see it get up a lot quicker and a lot better. Hey, Randy, except for the grass is going to start growing. The weeds are going to start growing here soon. But on the 16th, we're getting a big dump truck or 2 dump truck loads of sand to spread out on the ground, so that should work. You had a good show, Jeff, this week. Thought it was pretty good, man. I like you guys' show. Yeah, I didn't even bother to do a new, because I've got it kind of set up so like if I want to have somebody Skype in, I've got a scene for that. That's going to be something I do in the future. I was going to get a plane and bring it in tonight, but I was like, yeah. It's just cold and rainy. We've been losing power like it seemed, a little bit. I don't think the power went off today. JT, you missed the flight club. Yeah, it's like last night, man. I was able to watch Cheese Show, but it was like about maybe 10 minutes before we quit. I was so tired I had to go to bed. Hey BD, Pat, how are you doing, sir? Yeah, fly into the windsock. I've almost stuffed planes into that windsock that's on the field that doesn't really do any good, man. That thing just doesn't move. The best guide is the flight sock down there at the northwest side of the runway that you see, and then down there at the house they have an American flag, and it works well. But I'm going to throw my little bamboo fishing pole with a streamer on the top and just tie it to the windsock that's terrible. And the tracks on. Hey Paul, how you doing? Yeah, I take off my turbo. I just put the box down and take right off the box. That's what I like doing. Yeah, what was it? Saturday I went back out, and it was a little colder, a little windier, and I flew the Timber X. I've got the videos I got to put together. The Timber X and the Bigfoot. I flew a Bigfoot a lot in the Timber X. Man, I was expecting to see Draco. It's like last night when I woke up, because I went to bed so early. I woke up a little bit, and I was expecting to see Draco posted, but they probably want to space him out. So I'm almost betting we won't see Draco because we had the Focke-Wulf 190. They probably figure they got to give people a month to pay off the Focke-Wulf 190 before they release Draco. And I kind of expected Motion to be putting something out. I can't even remember what the last plane Motion released. It might have been the Gripen. Yeah, JT, when Mike Pulte, snuck the Easter egg in shot of Draco, I thought that was setting it up. Dennis, how are you doing, sir? Yeah, I came on a little early tonight because I do not want to encroach upon Kenny. That's not my intent here at all. But Yeah, it's like it's just been like they've got somebody temporary working with me until they hire the person that's going to replace me. So it's just all right, Cliff. We'll see you, buddy. You have a good night, man. Hope you stay safe over there. Thank you for stopping by, Cliff. I appreciate it. And the shout out you gave me, I really appreciate that, buddy. Thank you. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's just hard to say. Anybody get the BitGo, the Hunter Hawker, or Hurricane Hunter? What? Hey, C Mafia Michael, how you doing, sir? Because I looked at that plane and I looked on. I mean, RC Groups doesn't seem to be doing a whole lot. Ah, oh, so you have it, Dennis? Okay. Ah, nothing like a little Spike the Likes drink. Uh, it got up to 52 today. I went to lunch late. I went to lunch. It was after 12, and it was like 52 degrees out, and then it started pouring. Yeah, Mafia, Michael, those stands are great, man. They look like they'd be pretty nice. I've got I've got stands. I made it out of foam blocks for a computer. It works really well. In fact, I was making them for everybody at the field. Everybody wanted one. The hunter. Yeah, that I don't think it would take off on that grass, man. That the Diamond plane. I just don't think it would because the F-16 barely does, and I don't think the F-16. I don't think I'll be able to fly it anymore once the grass starts growing again, unless I bungee launch it, which I can. I just got to shoot some glue in the peg and reinforce the peg that the bungee cooks onto. I really like doing that. Jackson, sir, how are you doing? I love your hobby shop videos there, sir. Those are great. I miss our hobby shop not selling planes because I could kind of save some cash up over a few months and then go buy it in cash, get rid of the box, and and add another one to the family. In fact, I've got a few of them in there that have been added that way. Yeah, hand launch. Yeah, hand launch it. My shoulder. I don't have much of a throw on my shoulder. That's why I'm glad that F-15, man. I just throw that thing straight up, and it just goes, man. Because I was always trying to overhand throw it and safe on, safe off, but yeah, just like I don't use safe at all when I throw it. I don't use safe at all on it. I got it on it in case I ever get in trouble. Marshall, how are you doing, sir? Man, I felt bad for Chi and LJ last night. I don't know. I don't. I had echo, but it was still good. You could hear what they were saying. 4x4. You getting snow up there in Atlanta, Dave? Yeah, it's like I had to make a couple calls for service today, and it's like every there was like part of the phone service was, yeah, due to the weather and COVID, we're experiencing long delays. I was just laughing. It's like any excuse not to do your job. Yeah, Dave, when you told me about that F-15 throwing it straight up, I thought you were nuts, man. I was very skeptical, but man, I tell you, it works like a charm. And there for a while, on a couple of videos, there was kind of coming down, but that was because I was throwing it out. And then when I went back to throwing it straight up, it goes up, it levels off, and it just takes off. It is great. Hey, TNRC, how you doing, sir? Yeah, just cold and wind. It's like I don't know why I flew Saturday because it was like it was in the 40s and it was windy. But I just had like six batteries to go throughout the field. I had to go fly. Yeah, COVID's the reason for everything. But hey, Dave, I gave a theory about Draco. I don't think it's going to come until maybe sometime next month. So it gives people a time to pay off the Falk Wolf 190, get that paid off their credit card before you can buy the Draco. But yeah, I've been flying the Radio Master on the T28 and liking it more. I was going to tonight work on programming a little bit, but I picked that one receiver that I never could get to bind. I still couldn't get it to bind tonight. I spent about an hour messing around with that, and then I kind of lost my interest in working with the radio, the hobby that's fun and is here to relax. But it did warm me up. It's supposed to be on Dave's show tomorrow. I hope he's doing better. But yeah, because I know the weather, the cold weather and the snow is probably killing everybody not being able to get to fly and stuff. I know it would me. Hey Mason, how are you doing, sir? Because what I wanted to do is kind of show you how I do hinges with foam tack because it works really well. But I'm not. The garage is too cold. Even with a heater out there, I've got one of those little heaters, but it's too cold. In a month, wow. Pay cash for all your planes, no bills. Yeah, we pay stuff off, Linda. Yeah, I hear. Yeah, yeah. I'm Jack. I'm the guy that goes out to buy something and comes home with a handful of magic beans. Try the hammer test. No, Dennis, I'm not going to try the hammer test. It worked. Oh, I'm the receiver. I just might. I just might. I was thinking of. I was thinking of sending it back to Grayson's, but I'm thinking I may have damaged it because the sticker is upside down and the power. But they've got some of those. I don't know what they are, GH16s or something. The one Marshall was showing the other day. They're like $13. I ordered a few of those, and I've had some others to try because I think the first thing I'm going to kind of build when I retire, I'm going to build a. I've built a foam board EDF before that flew really well, but I only flew it on 3 cell, and I picked up the EDF unit. I think I got it from then at the time it was God, I can't remember where I bought it, but one of them was good, and one of them, and then I needed a replacement because my wires came loose and they wires shot through the fan. But that thing flew nice. It's the Experimental Airlines, his website. It's his he calls it a fugly jet, and I built that. And man, that thing was fun to fly. That was my first EDF that I flew. And it was a hand launcher, and I built little wheels, and the wheels you could, a little dolly for it. You can launch it that way. Heck, you could even take it and put it on the ground and run it along the ground and get it up. But I've got the EDF unit, the ESC from my first F-15. I'm going to use that in this next foam EDF on 4 cell, so that should be great. Yeah, go ahead, Dave, man. Promote your giveaway, buddy. Yeah, it's funny. If you don't know, if you haven't seen, Dave It Yourself RC ended up with three Arrows F-15s. Nah, hand launching's not that hard, Victor. Well, the overhand is. I mean, some planes are. I mean, like like I had a plane that I could barely get to fly at all, and that was that Arrows. I mean, Hobby King. Twin-tailed. What was it? A twin-tailed beaver or something like that. I don't know what it was. Mine didn't fly at all. Everybody else's flew great, but there was something. I don't know if weights was missing on mine. Yeah, giveaways. I don't know. I'll probably do another giveaway here when we reach another milestone of some sort. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I think I'm listed on the mental health channel as recommended viewing. Yeah, Randy. Hey, Frankie, how are you doing, sir? Thanks for stopping by. Calling off sick tomorrow. It's yeah, out of whack. That's my favorite saying, man. It's like there has just been yeah, a lot of things are out of whack at work, but it's funny. Yeah, it kills me. I'm not going to be able to take any more leave until I get out of work because I think they're going to want to do something for me. And I don't know. I mean, it's kind of sad, but I'm happy. I'm not really sad at all. I'm not. I'll miss it, but I miss helping the NCOs. Hey, I guess I could do like in the old man commercials, like go to Home Depot, and then when people need to know where stuff's at, I can help them out. Tim, how you doing, sir? Flying times. Hey, Togi LRC, how are you, sir? Yeah. Hey, Lee Collins, how are you doing? Yeah, it's a pretty exciting show tonight. Yeah, we're gonna. I was gonna bring in a UMX plane, but I go grab one from the garage, but I'm not gonna do it. And I love my little UMX planes, man. Them things are a hoot to fly. My neighbors, man, they got these shrubs that you grow them for like privacy fence type and stuff, man. He's whacked the heck out of them, man. He's got them whacked down to nothing because it made it hard for me to come out of his backyard into the side yard. Yeah, cold. Yeah, it's like as soon as I come home from work, man, I take off my work shirt, put on a sweatshirt. I was gonna wear my red one, but it's really too thick. And like I said, man, messing around, messing around, messing around with this, messing around with the Radio Master and I don't even know where the receiver's at. I threw it over there somewhere off to the side. Yeah, but this receiver, man, it's been X'd. I have two more of them though. So I'll next time I feel like banging my head against the table, I'll get one out. But what's really cool is it takes like 6 clicks to set a plane up on the Radio Master, like a 4-channel plane, and then you can supposedly bind and fly if you can bind your receiver. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, Dave putting that faceplate and stuff on his, it was like there was no way. I was too tired. I couldn't watch it. But 3 hours, boy, that's great. But yeah, I've got the silver. I bought the silver one, and I'm just going to leave it like this because I didn't want the black one, and I was going to get the gold one, but I figured silver would probably be best instead of the gold. What was that? What do you want me to post? Are you talking to Joe Mafia? Vito, how are you doing? Uses Amy's ironing board. I feel like everybody else is lost. Yeah, I'm just kidding, Dave. I'm sure it's entertaining as heck. You're always entertaining. And those carbon parts and the rings do look nice, man. I saw RC Radio Reviewers radio that he pimped out with all that stuff, and it looks nice. Ah, the 190 on the newsstand. I got you. Well, yeah, you're taking something apart for the first time. It's not like there's a manual telling you to take this off, take that off, do this. Hey, Jeff Tui, how you doing, sir? Looking at all the emojis and stuff. That's pretty cool. But yeah, I was thinking of looking at something on the network, but I don't think we'll do that. I guess I could, since C Mafia made a stand, I guess I'm gonna go get my stand and show it to you. Ah, I know you're all gonna want this stand when you see it. This thing is great. This is one of the best stands money can buy right here. It's just it's just out of a computer box. It's just a little foam stand, but it works well. I've notched the top. I've notched the top out for the fuselage of planes right there and right there, and then you can flip it over on top, and it's flat on the top. And like you can lay the wings across it if you want. But this thing works well. I've been using this for like 9 years, and I've got another one that I keep in the garage. I keep this in the house, but if I need to work on planes, it'll work. Uh, my buddies used it on the FMS A10 because I built that for everybody, and he just puts it on on this tailgate of his truck, and I I've used it in the hauler to set a plane on, but I don't really do that too much. Sorry. Ah, the knobs are different. Lemons receivers. That I've been using them for years. I mean, if I don't buy a bind and fly that has a receiver in it, I've been using lemons because we had a bad batch of oranges. Figure that. The ones with the real short antennas. They were like, 10 cents a piece. I'm exaggerating, but and I think it was just because the interference for the antennas. Because I never really did a good range check before with them, but now the range check is where the money's at. I'm telling you that right now, because it's so easy to get an antenna like behind a carbon fiber, behind a battery, behind the ESC wires. They'll interfere with it and stuff like that. You really got to do that. Thank you, Mickey. Yeah, yes. AC Mafia, or man, Michael, man, it's like I like how you got the holes so you can make your own PVC stand for it. Yeah, like when we do the show in the garage, I'll show you my PV stand that I built. I've taken it to the field, but ever since I got my little tripod one, I've quit taking it to the field. I just like it. Wow. It's good, Jeff. Good that you're working and stuff. Yeah, 'cause I know, man, down at the beach, I knew a lot of people in the service industry and stuff are related to the service industry, the tourist area down there, and it's still bad. It's been bad ever since Michael, because it's like as soon as Michael was over, and then it just it's taken a while to. They had another hurricane come in during when there was like a Pepsi Jam in the fall after Michael, or it wasn't a hurricane, but it was a bad storm. Huh? A spit. Oh, all right. Left and right knob. That's good. Breakdance road transmitters, Jackson. That's funny. But I like the lemons. That I haven't had any problems with them. It's like on my big plane, my SIG Cadet Senior Sport. I'm running an Admiral in that with a satellite. On some planes I have satellites, some planes I don't. Like I'm running all three of my big EDFs right now. They're all on lemons with the diversity antennas, the F16, the Avante, and the F16. Wow, Dean's is not all that easy to solder. It's almost like trying to solder an EC3 when you gotta snap those pins into it. I've never pinched myself so bad in my life. I was trying to solder one of those. Yeah, yeah, because I mean, there's a lot of people in the tourist industry, and especially I think COVID's really been bad and hard for them. Musicians and things like that. But I don't know. I have a problem paying $100, and I've had bad ASX receivers, that were bad and that Horizon replaced. So hey, Pickled, how you doing, sir? Yeah, just warming up the bus for Kenny. I'm sure Kenny's probably going to be broadcasting from inside the house tonight. But yeah, because I made the 1.2 meter Spitfire, and it's on my channel there. But you just take off, and it's like as soon as I took off, made a turn, and I went to put the wheels up, and it lost all contact, just right straight across from me, and went down like about a 45-degree angle and crashed into one of the bushes there at Chernobyl. Those bushes, they're like wire branches from all the strong winds and stuff. And so I called Horizon, and I put the video up. I made the video private at first, and I sent them a link, and they watched the video and stuff, and they just sent me a new plane. I wasn't asking for a new plane. I think I was asking for, because it dented one of the wings pretty bad. I mean, I could fix it. I told them I could fix it. I just wanted a new receiver for it, but they said, they sent me a plane and let me keep the old one, which I fixed, and I gave the new one, or I traded the new one to my buddy. And I felt bad about that. I still, to this day, if I have a problem with a Horizon plane, I'll go ahead, if it's a bad servo or something, I'll just go ahead and buy it, because I figure, they still owe me, even though they didn't replace the ESC that was bad with my Carbon Z Cub. I had to replace that myself. I crashed the 1.2 meter Spitfire, Ryan, but that was a while ago. The receiver, there was something wrong with the receiver, because it was the bind and fly. It wasn't one of Jeff's, Crazy Eddie receivers. You know, I went to Crazy Eddie's store and said, "Man, I don't need to hook myself up with the receiver." You know, hey, Crazy Eddie, what do you got? Oh, we got these right here. But yeah, because my buddy's at the beach. It's like one's a Fatabo guy, but he's got a DX9. Ah, Don, don't worry, you're not missing much anyway, man. Just yucking it up a little bit. We need to do another spike of the likes here. Here's Johnny. Oh, it's going down smooth tonight. Yeah. The IC5. Well, that's the same thing, man. Oh, they do solder better. Okay. Yeah, because I don't know why Horizon didn't go to the XT60 and XT90. I don't know why they stuck with the EC3 and EC5. I hate pulling those little things out, man. I just hate them. Hey, David, how you doing, sir? Yeah, it's like my solder jobs, man. My God, when I first started soldering airplane stuff, it was so bad. Even the guys that I flew with were like, they would look at my solder glob, and because I was not using a high enough temperature, I was using the wrong tip, I wasn't using flux. So heck, I had a few crashes on things I soldered. And then there's a guy at the beach that he'll solder any adapter up for you or anything like that for $1 a piece. And so we started using him, and I never had any more solder problems. But now I solder some. I got the right tip. I went and bought a nice solder station where I can crank the powder up and use plenty of flux and get a nice shiny solder joint. No more dull solder joints. Yeah, I almost flew the Night Timber X into myself again there Saturday when I was mucking around. Yeah, it's like like when I crash, I sometimes don't. I usually don't post the crash video until I got the fix video, but I don't cut anything out of my flights. I mean, you're seeing all my flights now. The audio might get cut if I yell something that I shouldn't say, because I try to keep it kind of clean, and sometimes I don't get mad, but it's just, yeah, the disappointment. When I do something stupid, like when I crashed the first F-15, it was up in the sun, and why I crashed it was I was gonna use safe. I flipped it into safe, and it turned so wide, it kind of got me nervous because it was going out over the archery lane, and there was somebody shooting a bow over there, and I didn't want to fly over them, so I put it out of safe real quick. But I was going so slow that it stalled, and by the time I flipped safe again, it was going down. But that was my fault. One, because I went into safe. I should never have used safe. Yeah, I buy them. There's another guy at the beach that sells adapters. I've been buying his adapters. I like these kind of adapters that are all, they're kind of all in one. Like, this is what I use. I have to use this to balance, or to put my batteries at storage charge, my 6 cells. But I use the ISDT for that. But sometimes I just put them on the charger so it'll balance. Yeah, I got you, dude. Yeah, because I bought these, but I bought the wrong kind of adapters. So I've got plenty of these. If I ever get a EC5 ESC and I need to I need I don't know, a female 60 on there. I ordered the wrong ones, and it's my fault. I didn't send them back to the guy because I ordered them, and never know, they might come in handy. Yeah, yeah, because adapters, I don't like ESCs. If I buy a plane, it's got an ESC in it. Sometimes I'll resolder the ESCs, but yeah, George, that's nice. Yeah, but most of my stuff now, because I've got a lot of old planes, but like all the new stuff that comes out, it's either EC3, EC5, XT60, or XT90. So if you can swap around from that, I can charge two of my EC5 six cells or my XT90 six cells on my smart charger, that 20 S2100 or whatever it is, the dual one. Yeah, the swap meets. That's why I like Perry, man. Yeah, because I bought some leads for my charger off a very nice woman that sells all kinds of electronic adapters and leads and stuff at Perry. And I asked her, are these what kind of I was talking to Linda, and I said, man, these don't look like they're very good quality because the wire was kind of a thin gauge. And oh my God, I insulted a little older German woman, and my God, I thought she was going to come out behind that counter and kick my butt up and down that aisle. And so I bought a bunch of stuff from her, and it's still working fine. Yeah, there's no swap meets, man. I'm just, I don't know. Yeah, this COVID stuff's kind of got me down a little bit too. Linda, we're kind of going nuts, man. Because we enjoy going to the beach. We like day trips to the beach, going there and eating and going out on the pier and stuff. Yeah, 'cause I don't even know at work if we're allowed to go into restaurants yet. I still think we can't go to restaurants, can we? Off base?
I think you can,
Okay.
but you've got to social distance.
Yeah, social distance and all that stuff. Yeah, David, yourself, does your Cessna that you bought, does it have one servo for the ailerons? Right, Michael, how are you doing, sir? Very first winner of any giveaway here on Jeff's channel. He snapped that up quick. Yeah, Tuco, he went outside playing in the rain, and he came in all wet, and because it's cold out and it's wet. So he was like, he's curled up in his bed. He's still curled up real tight, real small. He just snuggled back down closer. Eric, how you doing, sir? Haven't flown yet. Man, it's just like, yeah, because I was thinking maybe they held off the release of Draco because none of the influencers can get out and fly it. Okay, so it has a servo for each aileron. Yeah, because yeah, let's see. Before I bought my Super Cub to learn on, I bought the Dynam C47 to learn on, which was a disaster. And then I bought a Cessna about the same size as the one that David yourself has, and it was a mixed results flying it. I flew it around, but I didn't have it set up very well, and so I had probably a 2 minute flight until I cracked the nose gear all to smithereens, and then I made like a landing gear out of a coat hanger. It worked well, skids. Wow, a funeral, that's no good. Pilot Ryan, man, when are you going to go fly that F-15, man? You ought to be out there in the snow. Have Bobby wait out there in the snow, out in the snowdrift, and hand toss it or something. No, I'm just kidding. I just feel bad that you got terrible weather up there. You guys need a road trip. Come down to Kenny's house, and we're talking about moving down there soon. Where it's because usually the winters are nice. I mean, the winters are great here. We've yet to cut the grass this year. Usually by now we've mowed like 3 or 4 times. It's growing. Everything's growing now. Oh, 2,200 out of pocket for your water heater, flooding your basement, man. Yeah, I don't know. I think insurance is kind of funny about that kind of damage too, Dana. Deep snow. Yeah. Man, that's bad. Yeah, it's like when they finished my bike, when my bike's been in the shop now for a while. It hasn't really bothered me that it's in the shop. But when I get it out of the shop, that's going to put a ouch on everything. I just got to get it sold and get it out of here. Get it out. Crazy Eddie's got a bike to sell. Woo-hoo! It's funny, man. I'm kind of leery of selling it because it's, like 174 horsepower, and man, some young person buys that bike, they're going to die on it probably. And I couldn't live with myself if somebody did that. Yeah, I can't remember the last time we mowed, but it was after Christmas, I think. The week after Christmas, we had to cut the grass. But now that it's turned cold, it's like everything. But with the longer days, that kind of kicks the growing cycle going. And with the rain, huh? Oh, with a 4,000, 4 flights, a 6S, he set up the SU. You're talking about the Dynameric? Wow. See, that's the bad thing, like if you're gonna enter the flying contest, the pylon race, and you get a big motor in there, prop, and a 6S battery, you still got to be able to fly the thing. Now, if you're just making straight run speed passes, it doesn't have to fly all that well. But flying a circuit, because I've only done it messing around, and that was we did it with our AT6, and my buddy and I, man, we used to dogfight our Tundras all the time. Man, it's funny. It's like I think he chewed off part of my tail one time, but I was a lot better at avoiding Rick than Rick was at hitting me. But we bumped into each other a few times, man. I thought we were going to crash for sure. Because I couldn't believe it, because normally Rick is a real skillful flyer and he doesn't do anything crazy like that. But, man, it kind of scared me because I like my Tundra, man. It was my baby. And I thought, oh my God, I'm going to lose my baby. Yeah. Yeah, because Jet Jam, man, I was off that Thursday. I thought about going down, but we had to get our second shot that Monday, and I didn't want to go. I didn't want to exceed the mileage limit. We still got a mileage limit on us. That is, I have a mileage limit until the 26th, and then I don't have a mileage limit anymore, but Linda does. Yeah, it's like, man, I was so careful at work, and we got the person that works next to me that's supposed to be working with me. She has what, I don't know, maybe a 2-month-old baby, and then the guy that's coming in to temporarily take my place when I leave work, he has a 5-week-old baby. And so I'm just like, even though babies, I think when they get it, it doesn't affect them very much, but so I'm just like, oh, gotta be good. And with him in my office, we got to wear a mask. It's horrible. It's like, I swear, after 30 minutes of breathing the carbon dioxide in my mask, it just affects my brain and I go crazy. Oh, custom pilot. Okay. Yeah, because we had a tree and there was like a pole up. It was concrete really that we flew around. But everybody was kind of a little scared. Huh. Wow. Wow. Yeah, that's just it. The deductibles they get you for that. It's like because we had a hailstorm and it didn't really do a lot of damage, but it did some damage. You know, it took some paint off the fascia boards on our house, and we just repainted it ourselves because they weren't going to do anything. I mean, no, I didn't really expect it, but we gave it the old Irish go to try to squeeze some money out of them. Yeah, I just want to fly. I just want to fly, man. I'm gonna fly some more birds. Hopefully this weekend. I think it's supposed to be a little windy, but I don't care. I'll just land them. I know how to fly in the wind. Ray, how you doing, man? I'd get some booties for my Arrows F-15, but I'm superstitious, man. I feel like the next flight after I installed fire booties, to go. I like F-16s, man. I don't know, Dave, if I could fly a 90 millimeter F-16 now. I just love the way that F-16 will alpha in, man. That thing is great. I think the F-15. I'm getting to know the F-15 better. So I think maybe four more flights I'll be able to fly it a whole lot better. Is Neffy still going to be on? Neffy's still going to be on, Michael? Yeah, the Florida, driving down there to where the Pilot Ryan fly-in is going to be. I think it took us, what did it take us, Linda? 6 hours, 7 hours? Yeah, it was close to 7, 6 to 7. But we made a few stops. But, I'm old, we're going to make stops. And we weren't in a hurry, we were just taking it easy. Driving up the Jet Jam, that's going to be a longer drive, but I'm going to do it. But I was trying to think of the flights this weekend, which one gave me the most trouble. I can't think of. I didn't really have any close calls or anything. It's going to be at the field there. Oh, what's the field called? Let me see here. Let me pop up. I got the link to it right here. The Imperial Club. There's where the fly-in's going to be at, the Imperial Club. There's the link to the field, to the club. It's a nice field. Yeah, Matt, it's far from me. I've got almost 3.5 hours further, 4 hours, maybe 3.5 more than what Dave Marshall has. Yeah, Jeff or Dave. Yeah, Neffy. I got a buddy that lives up there somewhere in Atlanta. I mean, it's just somebody I haven't talked to him in a while, but he does discus launch gliders, and they have a lot of those up there that fly and stuff. Him and his buddies, they came down to Florida on vacations, and he talked to me ahead of RC groups, and he asked us where we flew at the beach, and he came out, and they flew with us a lot. We used to have a lot of people fly with us at the beach. People from Canada, from the Northeast and stuff that would bring their planes and come out and fly with us. It was pretty good. It was a lot of fun meeting everybody. Wow, 20,000 when it's done, man. Wow, it got your planes in the box, Dana. That's, man. Yeah, because when we had flooding in the basement, it was when we were living on West Point, and I kind of suspect you could tell by looking at the walls that it looked like the quarters we were living in had water problems, and so I got pallets to put everything on after the first flood in the basement. Wow. So what you got going, Ray? Oh, you're gonna fly some more? Oh, wow. F-15s, F-16s, F-35s, T-38s, and F-5s. Wow, that's nice. Make your mortgage payment. You don't miss Hawaii anymore. Yeah. That's what I liked at the beach, man. Like on my days off, I used to go down to the marina in Panama City, and out back they had a shaded patio area where you could go out there and sit, man, and you can see the planes approaching and leaving Tyndall Air Force Base, and it was being pretty cool watching them come flying in there, coming out of there. That's where I saw the orange drones taking off. Pretty sure they're F4s, Phantoms. They were had painted up as drones. They're going to take them out there in the Gulf and blow them up. Yeah, that warehouse you fly at, David, yourself, man, that looks like a pretty good setup. I see that ditch where the trees are over there. That's pretty good, though. It looks like you get a few looky-loos driving through every once in a while, that want to park right where you tried to land. Hey, Ken, how are you doing, sir? Where's Paul at? Paul, are you here? I always miss everything Paul says. Yeah, Dave, I was supposed to be stationed in Hawaii at one time, and then my mom got sick, and then, so I did some trading to go to an assignment closer to home. I had a NACRA catamaran. We were going to take it over there. Huh. Short bus has one word. You're not talking about Kenny's show, are you, David? No. It's pretty good, pretty good, pretty good. Yeah, Ryan put out a pretty good crawling video he did with his son. I'm sure some of you have seen it. Most of you have probably seen it already. But that's worth a look if you hadn't seen it yet. It's pretty neat. Stuff. But yeah, that's about it, I guess. There's not a lot going on tonight. Yeah, helicopter on Mars. Yeah. I saw, I don't know, Linda was changing channels, and I think there was some kind of on one of the shows they were showing some video of that. People were clapping and applauding. But yeah, I appreciate y'all stopping by. We were gonna look at some videos and stuff, but I canceled that. I was like, yeah, that's good. That's terrible. But yeah, just Eros 15. Don't be afraid of it. I mean, the extra $50 I think is in the quality of the foam and the build. I'm so impressed with how the wings fit to the fuse. It's tight. You have to really look, that if you've to see the seams. The landing gear are just so stout. I mean, believe you me, I've got 6 flights on my field. And I shake them and check them and stuff, and they are really stout. Roy, how you doing, sir? I haven't watched your video that's up on GB's channel yet. Yeah, I'll give it a go, Roy, because I like watching you fly, man. GB Linden has the video up of Roy flying his the Donna plane, the 1 point, the little one from Free Wing, not Free Wing, Flightline, the little Flightline one, and it's pretty cool. Remember, Dave, you got to build to fly it. You just can't make it go fast. You got to make it go fast and still be able to fly. That's what's interesting. Yeah, because as you increase speed, you need to decrease throws. Well, we're out of Spike the Light juice. Yeah, Dave, man, we need another fly-in coming up here soon. Paul Mitchell, how you doing, sir? Yeah, I'm looking forward to throwing sand at the field, but it'll be good. We got a tractor with a grader on the back, which will probably tear up the field more than it'll spread the sand. It's funny, well, I'm not going to say anything. Never mind. But I think it'll be good. Bring a helmet. Yeah, you're going to have to reinforce it, that's for sure, Dave. Yeah, well, an onboard camera, but if you have an onboard camera, you got to make sure you tape the SD card so it doesn't shoot out. Because I know about crashing with onboard cameras in mid-airs. It's like the first thing to eject the plane before the canopy is always the little micro SD card inside the camera, man. That thing goes boink, and it's gone, and you lose all the cool video footage of the crash. But I don't know. I mean, it's all good, I guess. Yeah, I was talking to some people at work today about flying RC planes, and he's interested. But like I said before, it's like when they come to work at the NCO Academy, they've been away from their families, and when they come there, that's when they spend time with their families. And we teach 6 days a week, so it's long for the instructors. Yeah, the Gorilla Glue. I guess there was another knucklehead out there that wanted to be a Me Tooer and put Gorilla Glue in their hair. I don't know. I think they should, like push their nostrils together with Gorilla Glue and then put some on their lips, I think that would make a good challenge. Hey, how you doing there, Toby? How you doing? See, you changed your name again, man. Oh, that's Greg. I'm sorry. I thought you were Toby for a second. I got a buddy Toby that used to be G something, but now he's Crime Wave. He's a good guy, man. He has fun making music and stuff. He makes some nice music and stuff. It's pretty good, man. He seems like a nice guy. It's like the RC hobby. It's like you've got a bond with people already. You enjoy flying planes, and then some people they fly the same kind of planes you do. Like that's how Just Wing It, and I. It's like we both like the same kind of planes. Fat guy flies RC. He's a pretty nice guy. I've chatted with him a little bit. We got the same sickness. The same sickness. It's a sickness. Yeah, run cam. I like the Mobius cameras. That's my favorite little camera for like putting on planes because they're light and they'll do well on my Mobius. I think I'm only doing 720. I might be doing 1080, but I want one of those three GoPro 360s like Ryan has. That's what I want, man. I want to put it right out in the middle of the runway and then run the planes, the EDFs especially, like 3 feet over the ground, right over the top of the camera, and then you can show it coming at you, and you can show it going away. And with those 16 microphones, man, it ought to pick up some nice roar. That's the shot people need to do with that GoPro 360. And I can't believe I gave it away instead of doing it myself. Yeah, I can have Linda stand there with the Sony camera. It's got a nice microphone and do that, but she won't do it. Why? Because she's too smart. That's why. She knows I'd probably whack her. Yeah. All right, Dave. I'll take your word for it on that. Yeah, I like Dynam, Dave. I've always been a Dynam. I was a Dynam fan before you were a Dynam fan. It's just before the G2, yeah, the version 2 stuff, the landing gear have been bulletproof. In fact, I predict people will be buying the Dynam landing gear to put in the E-flite planes. That's what I think they'll be. But yeah, see, I looked at the Insta 360, but to me, I just don't, compared to the GoPro, the picture just isn't quite the same, Dave. Yep. We're going to shut it off here so we can get ready for Kenny. I appreciate everybody coming by. Someone asked me where I got the woos from. To be honest with you, I don't know if it was from watching wrestling as a kid, doing stupid stuff in the Army and yelling. I was airborne too. You got to realize that. Used to jump out of perfectly good helicopters and planes, but it's just, I don't know. It's just I've always been a yeller and stuff. Even when I played football, I'd always yell. Like maybe it's from watching westerns as a kid when the Indians were yelling. I don't know if it scared everybody, but yeah, the Dynam Hellcat. My buddy had one of those, Dave. It flies great. Well, I really appreciate everybody for being here tonight. And Tuco would make an appearance, but he's curled up like a ball in his bed. He's cold, he's wet, so I don't really want to pull him out. I'll see you all on Kenny's bus. It's been great. Next week we'll do some kind of demo other than my plane stand. Now, Mike, I don't know what Michael's C Mafia is charging for his plane stand, but if you want one of my plane stands, those things are expensive. It took a lot of work to carve that foam, the duct tape to tape it up and everything. No, I'm just kidding. You all have a great weekend. Hopefully we get to fly soon, and we'll see you at Kenny's. It's been fun, and I want to say thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for stopping by for this crazy little stream here. And I really appreciate all of you. I love comments. I try not to say the same thing. I try to be good, and because I think that's where it's at, helping people. I've had get a lot of questions on setups and stuff and recommendations. I don't claim to be an expert. I don't even know an expert in person, I know some people that want to be experts and close to being experts, but, I know some expert builders down at the beach and stuff, and there you go. I appreciate it, guys. Kenny's coming up. Dave's RC is coming up. And then Saturday we got Pilot Ryan. And Sunday, if you want to catch David yourself, he comes on at 5 p.m. Eastern. he's got a nice show. I mean, the guy's a nut. You know, I think that's why we would get along well too. You know, he's still nutty and stuff. But thank you all for watching, and thank you for stopping by. Tuco's in the bed, Jeff's sitting in the chair, and we're out of here. Bye.